Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Galaxy on Fire 2 Valkyrie patch mod made by, I don't know who exactly. It's a very old mod. It's been around for at least a decade, but I figured I would make this video to show you guys actually how to install it specifically, because the installer that the original Russian creators made is pretty finicky, and it only worked for me the third time. So I just want to show you guys how to actually install this, and maybe also provide a for sure working download link, because I host files on my Google Drive all the time. So first of all, here, this is my Google Drive. I'll share a link to this in the description or in the pinned comment, whichever one I can do, because this channel I'm making this video on is brand new at the time of making this. But there's going to be two files in this folder that I've shared. One of which is this zip that shows the content in the patch, and the exe installer this is the original mod installer. So, before we actually get to work here, I want to show you guys how this works. So, in here, we have, I have the game on Steam, obviously. These are the game files under, the standard Steam directory for game files. It's, you got your data folder, DirectX setup, the exes, all of that. It's all right here. So, what we'll notice here, so let's say here, so we'll install the actual installer, and I will show you guys why this doesn't exactly work. So you have the installer here. It'll be wherever you want it to be. Hit yes whenever the Windows thing comes up, and then it'll ask you for language, and then here you go. You got the setup wizard. Next, it gives you all this stuff. However, this is where it breaks. It asks you for a destination folder in order to properly install the files, because effectively what it does is it just puts in some extra files, and it overwrites the files that are already in the game in order to make the content show up in game. However, this destination folder thing, for whatever reason, just does not work. So, like here, we'll just say this. I mean, even if I do this, it's not going to do anything. See how it says it's copying all these files? Most of the time, it just really doesn't work. Of course, it'll take you to the official website that they actually have it hosted on. I'll link, these are the two more official pages that I have found for the mod. I'm going to link both of these. That way you guys can go and see the originals if you really want to, but I don't believe that these installs work anymore, unfortunately. But that's why I have this. So you have the exe. However, what this exe installer really does is here, there's another way to do what it does, is what I'm trying to say here. So we'll install this zip folder that I've made with all the content that you need in order to run the game, and open it up. And in here, you'll see a folder named Galaxy on Fire 2. You go in this, and then there's a data folder. This is very similar to installing mods for a lot of games. So we'll go back here, of course, in your Steam folder, Galaxy on Fire 2 HD. Data. What you want to do is you want to make sure that these folders merge with each other. So take the data folder out of the zip file and drag it into the same directory as the other data folder. It'll take a second, and of course I already have it installed, so it'll just say, you have all these things with the same names. We'll say replace. It won't really... You have to say replace whenever you do this, because there are files that need to be overwritten in order for this to work correctly. And then you really, I mean, whoever made this mod did an incredible job of making it, because it really is as simple as just hitting the play button after that. You hit that, you start the game up, and you're just in. It's literally that simple. And look at that. Now, I will say, usually, you can't just do that. Most of the time, whenever you... well, not most of the time, literally all the time, you absolutely, and this is not optional, you have to start a new game. That is not optional at all whatsoever. If you try and hit load game and try loading something, like this is my save from before I did this. Yes, I cheated the money value. Sue me. The problem there is that it just, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the problem is. It just doesn't work. Even if you're like, even if you think you can outsmart it, you really can't. It just breaks itself. So always start a new game once you install the mod. Don't try to load up an old one, or else it literally will just crash. It's unfortunate, but it's a very small caveat to this amazing mod. Now, there's a bit more that I want to talk about here. So as you can see, I'm speeding through my first playthrough with this mod on. Of course, everything for the first few steps is going to be identical. This patch doesn't add in any of the story elements, unfortunately. And they've had to do a bunch of workarounds to get stuff just kind of in the game correctly. So it's safe to say this is not a perfect mod, and there's tons of bugs and imperfections. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this. It's not going to be perfect, and there's going to be stuff that's like imbalanced or broken. One of which is mostly the ships from Kothar, you know, all the white ones. They all have cattle drives built in, so you technically can get them like whenever you want, which is kind of broken. They're sold everywhere. They're sold everywhere. But as you can see on this map here, we've literally just got out of the... Yeah, you see there's Kothar. There's the Herjaza system. I mean, it's all there. And it's kind of miraculous because this works perfectly fine with the story of the original game. Like, sure, you don't get the Valkyrie story, but you can still play through the full normal story. And like here, look in there. You see the Vosk signature? It's great. I mean, you really do have everything. There's only one last thing that I need to tell you guys here about this mod. And it's probably one of the most important things, and one of the biggest reasons why people actually want to get this mod so badly, is the combo station. You'll notice here on this on the map, you'll notice here that the Shima system is just not here. It's apparently it's one of the things that they just couldn't fix. The Shima system is just gone for whatever reason. I mean, you just can't get there at all. So their workaround here was they moved it to the, I believe, the Skavak system? But they've moved it here, so you have to travel there with a hyperdrive, of course. And once you get there, of course, you get the whole pirate thing where it's like, hey, you gotta kill all the pirates around the station, we're under attack. And once you do that and land, you'll, of course, get the challenge. You need the 50 tons of Buscat and the 30 million credits. But the biggest thing out of all the little quirks to this mod is whenever you come back with that 30 million credits and the 50 tons of Buscat, you pay for the station, you own the station. What you need to do before you even touch that hangar button is you need to leave the station and fly to somewhere else. Any station will do, just fly somewhere else and land and go into the hangar. I don't know why this is necessary. However, if you don't do it, you won't be able to automatically transfer ships back to the station. It's a very, very weird quirk, but just make sure to not mess that part up. But once you do that, it's perfect. The combo station works exactly like it normally does. It's just a little out of place. But other than that, it's completely fine. Works as intended. Well, that's pretty much it, actually. This is a very new channel, as I said at the beginning. So if you think the helpfulness is worth a subscribe, please, it would help out. At the time of making this channel, I have 1 subscriber, and it is my other account. So, you know, subscribers would be really, really great. Yeah, enjoy your game. I hope you have a lot of fun playing Galaxy on Fire. It's a great game. Everyone loves this game. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.